2016, Leganes sealed promotion to Spain's top flight for the first time in their history. For top scorer Alexander Szymanowski, it was a very special day.
You dream of reaching the playoffs, but not being promoted automatically. Nobody expected that. Certainly I didn't expect it. I was just talking to my mum, saying how much I would love to live it again, and how it's a day that will only happen once. It was a first for me, a first for Leganes, and a first is always special.
With 12 goals last season, the winger has become a key part of the side since his arrival in the Madrid suburbs.
Alexander is a player that I liked as soon as he arrived. I do love having an Argentinian teammate, a compatriot in the changing room. He's very feisty and fast, really electric. He's a player that doesn't stop, so that's really good for us. Because we're a team that likes to play on the counter-attack, and having a fast player on the pitch is essential for us.
For Szymanowski, it all started in Buenos Aires, but family circumstances saw him move across the world at the tender age of 12.
Let's say it was my parents' fault. They had 3 or 4 jobs in Argentina, and it wasn't enough to cover costs at the end of the month and support 3 children. That and a really nasty incident where my father was robbed at gunpoint in a pizzeria he owned led us all to apply for passports, and in a few months we had left for Spain. After a couple of months without training, my family and I decided to ask for a tryout with Real Madrid, and I got in. So I was there on trial between February and March, until June. It was slightly different, because back then, players trained with the team for 2 or 3 weeks, but they had me for 3 or 4 months. It's something incredible to see those people and the facilities. I had a Real Madrid shirt in Argentina that my granddad had brought me from a trip to Europe. Later, I was able to go to Atletico Madrid, another incredible club. The truth is, it really was a wonderful experience.
Szymanowski matured in Madrid and developed as a footballer. Impressive form in Spain's 2nd division was followed by a move abroad.
Well, after playing in the youth ranks in Madrid, and for many Spanish teams, including Recreativo de Huelva, I made a leap to Denmark's 1st division and Brøndby. They're a respected club in Europe, and have had very important players at European level, like Michael Laudrup, Peter Schmeichel, Daniel Agger, Johan Amander, and Thomas Kallenberg. In the beginning, it was difficult to make that change to a culture and country that's totally different and so far away from home. But once I got to know it, I never regretted it.
After a 2-year spell in Denmark, time for another change.
There were other offers from around Europe, Greece, Cyprus, and even Turkey, as well as Spain. But the interest I got from Leganes and the call I received from Garitano was instrumental.
A hit at Leganes. Today, Szymanowski is leading the club against some of the world's biggest stars in La Liga.
We want to have a good season. Obviously, our ambition is to stay up and establish ourselves in La Liga. I want to see us compete at every stadium and do our best against the top teams. No opposition will unsettle us, whether it be Real Madrid, Barcelona, or other teams that are expected to beat you, because they win 19 out of 20 games. We'll try to win in every stadium, against every rival. And I think with this mentality, it will be a successful season, both for me and for the club.
Huge crowds and famous venues, but there's one stadium in particular the winger can't wait to play in. Atletico Madrid's Vicente Calderón. Leganes play there in February.
Maybe it's not the biggest or the most spectacular stadium, but I've been there many times as a fan. I even tried to smuggle myself in with my sister once after training to see Atletico Madrid Barcelona. So that's why it'll be Madrid. It's a stadium where I'd love my family to watch me play.
Y me pudiese ver jugar.